popping, your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready to told y'all that you better be running? I'm in my go yard when I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Suck ass, y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side. Is that big of the guy? Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's no, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, body. Young, hey, I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I can barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. Yeah, more action and no talk, I went quiet on it.
Today, from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Here's me, Cole Hardman. Oh, a good-looking return setup here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They will be led out by perhaps the best ever. At 43 years of age now, it's the great Tom Brady. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones.
Brady's pass. Complete.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
On the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2 at the 40.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 13 carries, 57 yards.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and
looking to throw on 2nd down. Brady, that's complete to his receiver, Godwin. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Brady. He sets up the screen to Jones. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And a Buccaneer first down.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And the Buccaneers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
The ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and
from the gun, it's Brady. And he's into his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on.
Research packet that we had after last week's game, it's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Give the tackle that time to Jordan Whitehead.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd
from the 30 on 2nd down. Bridgewater sets up the screen to Gordon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good for a Denver Broncos
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Sutton, incomplete. It's second down and 10.
On second down, Bridgewater again. Out quickly to Judy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, first down.
First and 10 at the 48.
To the air again with Bridgewater. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Well, so often now we're praising tight ends for their nimbleness and how they catch the ball downfield. But occasionally we get a reminder that tight ends, they've got that tough guy aspect too. How about him catching that short one there, shaking off tacklers, and turning that into an expansive gain downfield?
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. This is the tight end Fant. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Out of bounds down at the 9-yard line. It's a gain of 9.
On second down, it's Gordon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up third and 3.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. They end up getting a 9-yard gain back on first down.
A great job there by...
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That's good.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Now Gordon.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
After one, a 14-3 ball game.
Into the first quarter with the score Buccaneers 14, Broncos 3.
Bridgewater on first down. Got Gordon open, completes it.
Melvin Gordon.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
10 yards on the pickup. It's
on play action, it's Bridgewater.
At the 32-yard line.
Looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Antoine Winfield Jr. picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10.
And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
They'll start with the option. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris.
5 yards.
Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
Now the big play pushes them all the way out to the 40 now for first down. To throw, it's Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Mike Evans has been so good downfield. I think that sometimes we end up taking him for granted. When you look back at what he's done each year in the league, he's been a 1,000-yard receiver each and every time. Now paired with the prolific Tom Brady, those numbers could really jump.
On second down now, it's Jones. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
First down.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
The ball carrier.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's third down. And 5 yards.
From the gun on third down, Brady. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
14. Broncos 3.
Good snap. Good hold.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Here's Gordon. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Gordon on the carry. The tackle made at the 47-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up third down and 2.
On third down, this is Melvin Gordon.
Melvin Gordon.
And Gordon's going to be stopped short.
This Tampa Bay front was the toughest group to run the football against last year, and you can see why with plays like that. This is a good unit that got into the backfield and stopped that play before it could get started.
The Broncos' new signee for 2020, Sam Martin, former Lion, on to punt. As he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They were losers last week to Carolina, but they've got the lead here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. That's caught by Howard. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
And that'll be incomplete. The Pro Bowler Chris Godwin, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Flowers. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. K.J. Hamler deep for the Broncos. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Now Cortland Sutton and the rest of the offense getting ready for their next drive. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the 2nd quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's 2 sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion, anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive.
Brings up 2nd and
Coming up
4.
at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. He completes this to Sutton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 19.
Bridgewater now. Able to get this to Gordon. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. Throw to the right here to Gordon. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. And again, it's Bridgewater. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Touchdown from 13 yards out. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the 1st half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So that drive spanned 4 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. Mike Evans of the Tampa offense about to set up shop. 2nd quarter here. He has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think, though, he's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Yeah, well, so far, just the single catch. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Flowers, and this one's incomplete.
Flowers pass.
After the incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10.
Kareem Jackson on the coverage.
Throwing again. Flowers looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
45's the mic. Here we go. Let's bring it.
From the gun, Flowers. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got it. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Switch up.
Operating from the gun, Flowers looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Flowers. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Pass complete to number
Chris
14,
Godwin in the
Godwin.
final seconds of the first half. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. KJ Hamler returning it. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup.
The kickoff for Tampa Bay.
The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting.
Bridgewater's pass intercepted by the Buccaneers.
That one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key. Crucial.
15-yard line.
This is caught. Gronkowski.
Flowers
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Gronkowski.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Pick up on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Flowers. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs.
Complete to number 13.
10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10.
Denver offense at the line ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They run it here with Gordon. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
That's good for a Denver Broncos First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now Gordon on first down. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
The handoff to Melvin Gordon.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
A gain of 4. It's now
they'll try to throw
6
here now. Bridgewater on the slant, completes to Sutton. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 44-yard line. Gordon. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Melvin Gordon, the ball carrier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 42-yard line.
Is Bridgewater. He'll get this one to Patrick.
Bridgewater's
and he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
That's a
play number 7 now coming up on the drive. Third and 5. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to fourth down.
The scoreboard tells the story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Is no good.
You know that they were thinking second half comeback here. That's a big miss if they want to have a chance at that comeback.
A very big miss because time is becoming a real factor now, and they're 3 scores down.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
Second and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Flowers. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Complete to Ronald Jones.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
5 brings up second and 5 at the 29-yard line.
To throw on second down. Flowers. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
First and goal.
The deuce is wild here. Second down and 2 with just about 2 minutes on the clock. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Shamar Stephen in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down.
Third and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
Buccaneers 31, Broncos 10.
They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. You end up having to take 3 there.
Hey, we've got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end.
They go play action here on first down. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Denver Broncos.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
I think it's overstating it to say that he came out of nowhere. But did anyone see 19.5 sacks coming from Shaq Barrett last year? And even after he became an acknowledged guy that you had to block, he still was able to get to the quarterback. Expects to continue on that level, and there he is, adding to his totals.
Bridgewater's pass.
The Broncos on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Throwing is Bridgewater. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Judy. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 26. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Nice catch there by the rookie out of Alabama, Jerry Jeudy, and I am fired up to see the chemistry develop between he and Drew Lock, their quarterback, and in addition, Cortland Sutton, their Pro Bowl wide receiver from last year. This might be the best pair of receivers the Broncos have had since Demarius Bebe Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders. This should be fun for Bronco fans to watch.
Are you serious, dog?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. To the air again with Bridgewater.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
Open man, he completes it to Judy. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Now Bridgewater on 4th down. And it is incomplete. It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away.
No surprise. They try to throw the ball on 4th down, but it gets batted down. They don't pick it up.
A little football 101. When you're going toward that quarterback, you see he's going to start to throw. Get your hands up,
Get your hands up, affect the play, and then everyone get your hands up. When the ball gets to the receiver, moment of truth, knock it away.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the
play action. Flowers. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
The tackle made by
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and
Jones
at the 43-yard line.
Not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
The ball carrier.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
A yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 43-yard line.
They'll go again to Jones. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee?
I don't know what the heck he was looking at.
That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Ronald Jones, the ball carrier.
12 yards is the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second down.
Brings up second down.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down. Today's
so fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Bucs, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Denver, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.